Today we're going to look at rounding to the thousands place. As we think about rounding, a good way for us to remember whether we're supposed to round up or whether we're supposed to round down is to think of the rounding poem, which says, look at your number, and in this case we're looking at the 6 in the thousands place. Look at your neighbor right next door. So for this we're going to look at the 3 in the hundreds place. If it's 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or fewer, just ignore. So in this case, because it is a 3, that fits in the 4 or fewer range, we know we're going to round down. So let's look. If we round down, we get the correct answer. It rounds to 6,000. So let's look at another question. If we have the number 57,603, we know that we have the ones place, tens, hundreds, thousands. So our thousands place is the 7, but our 10,000s place is the 5. And since our directions tell us to look at the 10,000s place rather than just the thousands, we're going to start with the 5. That's our number. We're going to look right next door to the thousands place, which is our 7. And if it's 5 or higher, we add one more. 4 or fewer, just ignore. Since 7 is 5 or higher, we need to add 1 to our 5. So when we add 1 to our 5, we get a 6. And then we change all the rest to zeros. We change all the rest of our numbers, place values, to 0. So let's see if we're correct. We decided to round up. Good job. 60,000. 60,000. Let's try it one more. This says to round the number to the nearest 100,000. So we've looked at thousands, we've looked at 10,000s, and now we're going to look at the 100,000s place. So the 100,000s place is right here, the 3. Okay, right? We had ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Okay, looking at our poem, since we found our number, we look at its neighbor, which is the 9. 5 or higher, add one more. 4 or fewer, just ignore. Because it's a 9, we know we need to increase. We have to add 1 to our 3 to make it a 4. And then we need zeros in all the place values after that. So we are going to round up to 400,000, and we got the correct answer. We got the correct answer. Awesome job. Let's see if you can do one more on your own. It tells us to round this number to the nearest 100,000s. Will it round up or will it round down? So you look at the number 821,609. Which number is in the 100,000s place? It's exactly right. It is the 8. It is the 8. So think of your poem. Look at your neighbor. Is it 5 or higher? Is it 4 or fewer? Did you decide to round up or did you round down? If you said you round down to 800,000, you are correct. Good job. Good job. So you now should be set with how to round in the thousands place.